Wow, breaking news. Ghanaian player David Oduro has made a move directly from Ghana to Barcelona. Great news coming in. Today we're going to talk about him. We're also going to look at the Premier League fixtures for Ghanaian players who are going to be both. 8 of them are featuring in the Premier League. I'll not be doing this alone. Dijo will lead us in that discussion of the groundbreaking move for the 17-year-old Ghanaian Delali, and Jason will also join us. Subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. We'll jump right into it. David Oduro, what do you know about him? What can you tell us about him?
A big move for the youngster, 17-year-old left back for Accra Lions. He has really made a tremendous impact in the Ghana Premier League, and he has been to various clubs in Europe, like the likes of Chelsea and also Barcelona, for trials. But this time around is a great news because he has been signed permanently for the Barcelona Academy, which is La Masia. It's the academy that they are signing him to. So it's a great move for him.
Yeah, first ever player to sign directly.
Yeah, in terms of Ghanaian players as well, directly from Ghana to the Catalonian giants, which
Barcelona.
is Barcelona. I think Hansen Flick is now trying to bring in a lot of energetic young players into the ranks of Barcelona. I think David Oduro is a good addition for them because looking at how they are finding it difficult to buy players on the market. You know, when you have such good players in your academy, which is a La Masia, then you are spots for choice in terms of bringing in these players into the senior team.
Yeah.
So it's a very great move for the Ghanaian as well, because you have one of our own playing for Barcelona. It's
great news. It's huge.
I'm really excited for the young lads. Being to trials at Chelsea, working out, and also going to Barcelona. And this time around, after 2 trials, they've permanently signed him. That is a very great news for David Oduro, and I'm really happy for Accra Lions as well, which is a Ghana Premier League club, because they're going to make a lot of money from
and
it's going to,
aside the money, the exposure it brings as well.
Very good. So now other clubs will be looking at the Ghana Premier League and saying, yeah, we can get players from here as well. So it's a great move for the Ghana Premier League in general. Yeah.
What do you think about this move, Banaman? What does it mean for the Ghana? We know it opens the market. It allows other players to be explored and looked at better. But really, first time ever.
I mean, if you look at how the story trickled in, I feel that if you are somebody in around the Ghana Premier League, you should be very happy. You should be enthused by this development, because, I mean, it inspires the fact that if you are playing in the Ghana Premier League, you are watched.
There is hope. that the news we get of players going on to other places because of greener pastures and all that.
I mean, some of the places our guys go to play ball, I mean,
you'll be asking yourself,
and the sort of things they go through. Charlie, it's not easy. It's not easy. But if it's Barcelona, I mean, it's good for the young guy, 17 years. I mean, we look at Accra Lions themselves. When Luthas Matthias came in to the ranks, I mean, there's somebody, a former player, has a lot of skill set. He's bringing in expertise to the Accra Lions setup. Even in the Ghana Premier League, you look at the way the guys play. They play according to strict instructions from the coach. They don't just balloon the ball. I mean, there was a guy, a particular match they played against Accra Hearts of Oak. I think they beat Accra Hearts of Oak by 3-0. Even that match, if not because of the superiority of Accra Hearts of Oak, they would have walloped them. But out of respect, they played that game under a good tempo, and they beat them by 3-0. Look at how most of the guys are playing. I mean, you'll be impressed with them. And for David Oduro moving to FC Barcelona in the Spanish Premier La Liga, I think it's a right step. I mean, he will learn a lot if he's able to stay disciplined. I mean,
and continue on the path in which he is on right now.
He's somebody that will give chances to young lads. So once you are coming in and you are doing well for La Masia, who knows? I mean, an injury to a senior player or a first team player will just loop you in there.
Staying fit should be his main aim for and getting match playing time.
I feel that you go there and you are consistent in performances for La Masia. I mean, the opportunity is right there. So for me, I think it's a big exposure for the Ghana Premier League. I feel Accra Lions, not even about the money aspect, but I mean, that could even tell the other guys that once David Oduro has been able to go, it's a template for us to push up. Because you look at, let me use Right to Dream, then Notchland. So it inspires most of the guys that, oh, Charlie, if you're able to do well here, then Nordjylland will come for you. When Nordjylland comes for you, then I mean there are other big moves for you.
Delali.
That's good for.
Quick
David
one on
Oduro.
this transfer before we look at our main story on the
I think
players.
that's,
Yeah.
obviously a very good news. Obviously, because for someone who plays in the Premier League to get the opportunity to at least do trials with Barcelona, and then get the opportunity to.
So here we go,
officially,
fully
to-
signed. I think
be- for the
it's beyond trials.
exactly like now to go through the trials because
It's a left back, and look at how we were talking about left back issue yesterday.
like to
The squad not
Because it's
having
not-
a left back.
So
it-
now
it's very difficult to
Yeah.
like you it's not easy to get high quality players in that area.
Yes, left back is
because most of the
quite rare.
left-footed players wants to be forwards.
Yeah.
So if you have a left back who is very skillful, can progress the ball, and that's the kind of player that David is. Very skillful, has the ability to progress the ball, plays that kind of Barcelona kind of play, very confident of the ball, and love to control it very well. So for me, I think it's a very good news for the player himself, obviously, the club, Accra Lions, because they are known for developing players, and it serves as a motivation to everybody in the team that if you are very good, you stand a chance of hitting and getting into the highest level you can get. I've always said that we have the talent, we have players that are very good and very special. It's just the opportunity that they need.
They don't
and I
get.
think this is a clear example of giving these players the opportunity. And I think I like what is happening in recent times for Ghanaian players. You know, back then we struggled to get direct move into big European clubs. But I think in the last this particular season, we've gotten a lot of Ghanaian players make moves to top
On
level
trials, one way or the other,
Exactly.
which
And
will
because
lead to
even-
signing.
Yeah, even recently we saw a player
Vigo.
Kumasi Santikoroko, yes,
signing
moving
down to
Bernard
Spain.
Soma.
Bernard Soma moving to Celta Vigo, and that's something that helps. We've seen a couple of some of the players from the lower division side, Sanka FC and the likes going into
Cheetah
Europe,
FC.
exactly,
Yeah.
and Cheetah and the guys going into Europe, mainstream Europe, which is very good. So I think it also serves as an easy way of marketing Ghanaian players.
Yeah.
Because they also how Ishaku out of nowhere
Went from
because they bought like Ishaku like $1 million, $4 million, just one season. He's costing 50 million. That's like easy money you can make from an African player. So
not easy. The investment that goes into it.
yeah,
is-
but like I mean, like if
I
you are-
get
if
you.
you are
I get
club in
you. I
Europe,
get you. I get you.
You don't buy a player and one season the player
then he's
is one,
bringing in returns for you,
That's much. So it's just as they are investing in like players in Europe, like players in South America and the likes, they should consider Africa too as well. And I think gradually we'll get there. We'll get to a point where these clubs will come to Ghana directly, pick the players, and just walk
I
them
think
straight into the
this is great news. It's
Yeah,
great
I think
news. It's great that we hit on it before we talk about what we want to talk about today, which is the Premier League Ghanaian players. Watch Kudus Mohammed's West Ham will be facing Manchester City. Quick one. Where do you think this one is going? Quick one from you guys.
Against Man City is going to be a tough one. I don't see them winning though, because we know Man City. Will come to
Even
the
if you
party.
take the lead, walk around.
The likes of Haaland will come to the party, Doku and the likes and Savinho. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you don't see it.
I don't see West Ham beating.
Jordan and Isaac will be playing versus Aston Villa. How do you see that one going? Jordan getting his first goal
Yeah, I
in
think
midweek.
that goal
Yeah.
really helps him. That goal, I think he even mentioned it that it was good for his confidence
Yeah.
and also for the fans.
Goals are good for confidence.
Yeah, they've also really like held him down. Like when he went to the club, they've showed him a lot of support. He's very experienced. I think Leicester City themselves, they've always been a side that proves that they can play competitive games. For Isaku, I think he just needs to continue and be consistent. As I said the other time, they are a side that not often do you see them. Would they dominate opponents? But when they get the opportunity, they need to just make good use of their chances. And for me, I think that's what I need from those two players. Take an opportunity, and then the chances they create. They need
So you think they can win it?
be difficult, but
Hopefully.
yeah.
And Tariq Lamptey, he came back into the Black Stars fold, was called up by Coach Oduro. His side is playing Arsenal. Arsenal, he'll be playing versus Thomas Partey. Where do you see that one going?
Big
Quickly.
big one for Brighton. An early kickoff. They're playing away from
Yeah, back the early.
the Emirates. I mean, it's not easy.
Don't back the favorite.
It's not easy playing Arsenal. I feel that someone like Tariq Lamptey. I mean, once he's in his element, he's unstoppable. Gets in front, getting the crosses. I mean, his defensive work too. You can't underestimate that. I feel that once he's able to get into that element for Brighton, is good for them. You look at a player like Thomas Partey for us now. Most often than not, I say that people underrate the prowess of Thomas Partey. The attention seems always to go to Declan Rice, but Thomas Partey, when he's in the setup, I mean, you could see the way he comes down, the way he controls possession, the way he links up play. I mean, his defensive duties as well, the way he intercepts. It speaks volumes of Thomas Partey's prowess for us now. So in this early kickoff against Brighton, I'm going for possibly a 2-1 win for Arsenal against Brighton.
You're not backing. You're backing the favorite team.
Oh yeah,
early kickoff.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean they have to.
All right.
Because
next fixture,
season,
Antoine Semenyo and Everton. Quick one. How do you see it going, and any contribution you're expecting from Semenyo?
Okay, I think Semenyo has had a great start to the season with a goal in the first game and also an assist in the second game. It's going to be a tough one for Everton because they started poorly, losing 4-0 in the first game against Tottenham Hotspur. I don't see them winning. There's the time I think Bournemouth will get their first win of the season. And it's going to be
2 draws so far, yeah?
Yeah, 2 draws so far. And I think this is a game that they have to take the bull by the horn and get their first win.
Yeah, wearing a Chelsea jersey. Schlupp is facing your side. How do you see it going?
Chelsea jersey because it's just nice. I think Crystal Palace themselves, they are still putting themselves together. Yeah, Jeffrey Schlupp, sometimes you forget that he's a Ghanaian, but he is.
But he's always been a Ghanaian.
Because the collapse
because we call
he has his issues. Like,
because they call Black
know
Stars.
why.
When we get Black Stars and he doesn't come, sometimes you forget that, like, when you're counting Ghanaian players in the English Premier League. Yeah. But he's a very good player, obviously. I think he's one of the left-footed players that I like in the English Premier League. He's very good. They play against Chelsea. Chelsea themselves all over the place, but fortunately they managed to win their previous game. So they have against Wolves, so they have a bit of confidence. And then also they qualified into the Conference League. I don't know what they are going to do there, but that's why. Basing argument on Schlupp, I think he's struggling to get playing time, which is a bit surprising. Because
last night is trying to change the whole.
Yeah, like he's struggling to get playing time, which is a bit surprising because he was very good in their pre-season. Yeah. I expect him to have a good game if he gets the opportunity to even play.
Okay, so final one is Kamaldeen versus Brentford. He recently was cleared from injury, and he's been cleared. Yeah, he's been cleared by his coach. And Kamaldeen will be probably on the bench at least versus Brentford. I don't think he'll play though. How do you see this one going for Southampton, who have not been in inspiring form since the season started? Southampton versus Brentford. Prediction, quick one.
I think
let it go around. Yeah.
Okay, so let me start off. I think Southampton will lose that game.
Okay.
Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford have been brilliant since the start of the season, even though they find difficulties.
Yeah, they won their first game versus Palace.
And they lost the game against Liverpool.
It's Liverpool, so
coming up against Southampton, they are declared favourite. I think Mbomo has been on great form for them. So against Southampton, I think with Southampton themselves, Kamaldeen is not in a very good form. We've not seen him play in the Premier League yet, and maybe he might get 20 minutes here and there, but I think Brentford are going to win.
Yeah, Brentford. Chance for Southampton.
I think I'll side with him and say that Brentford
will win.
Will have this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Delali? Brentford.
Yeah, I think Brentford are a very solid side. They've always been a very solid side. Even last season they were great. And also, I don't really think Kamaldeen will be thrown into the
squad. Right now
he'll be on the bench. But based on performance, I think Brentford should be comfortable.
Okay, guys. So that has been it. Previewing the weekend fixtures for Ghanaian players in the English Premier League, and talking about that historic move by David Oduro from Ghana here into Barcelona. He's 17 years. We wish him all the very best. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.